Well, a huge welcome once again. Absolutely just wonderful that we are gathering this evening on winter solstice, the longest, darkest day and evening of 2025. The winter solstice is what is known as, I think this is like the ultimate, what I would call a sacred pause, but it is often referred to as an opportunity, like a window into the darkness to really, before we come into slowly but surely, that little bit more light's going to begin to creep in. This is that death and rebirth. This is about releasing and embodying, about being grateful for what's being and opening our minds and our hearts to what can be. So it really is that gorgeous opportunity. I don't usually use that word, but I found myself saying the word gorgeous about this so many times. If you watch it, I think I say it 3 times in the reel that I did yesterday, because I just think if there's an opportunity once per year for us to not only be shedding a bit like what we do around like full moons, and this really is the yin and the yang energy, an opportunity to bunker down. So if you are all nestled in, I'm going to be guiding us through a gentle meditation. I'm going to share something in a moment as well that came through thick and fast this week during 2 client sessions. 2, maybe even 3 client sessions. That was why when I saw the ritual, I was like, I'm going to gather, I'm going to open up, and then anyone who wants to come in, I see that as the universe, my guides, your guides, like you're just meant to be here. And obviously, if you're watching it back on replay, hello. And yeah, if anything comes through, I would love to hear. So I'm going to be guiding us into a grounding, rooting, releasing meditation, and then coming through to welcoming in not just the newness and what are the wishes that we're going to be writing down, because I'm going to take you through the 12 wish winter solstice ritual. But what came through within my client sessions, and one in particular was an in-person, or 2 in particular were in-person. We kind of do coaching and then come into healing, like energy healing, clearing, DNA clearing, whatever wants to come through. And in this particular one, it was, I thought it was very much linked to the snake energy, that shedding and releasing. And we're coming into the horse, the year of the horse. My mind thought what was coming through was around that. I believe that now, as we are in the winter solstice, that bunkering down, reflecting, and releasing energy, this is the time to begin to open our hearts, open our energy to what I'm about to share. So, hi, if you've just joined us. So, what came through was as we are coming into the new year, as we're coming into the year 1. So, if you were on something I ran, we were speaking about, it was the last Going Rogue, wasn't it? We're currently in year 9. So in numerology, year 9, we're coming into the year 1. And this is the year of the horse in Chinese astrology. And the vision that came through so clear for my client when I was in the session was, it was almost like I was able to see she was doing her thing and life was lifing. There was a lot of shedding, but the visual was almost like a theatre, like a big theatre stage. And there was all elements, all different parts of her life and golden threads. We'd not long just done a releasing, like a cutting of cords and a DNA clearing. And what I could sense, and then we kind of went deeper into it, and the words that came through, the energy that landed was, there's new energy. And for this particular client, there's a new guide waiting in the wings. And it was like my whole body was like this energy. And it was the most gorgeous vision. And it was almost like her life was the equivalent of the stage, Remember, we are the script writer, we are the director, we are the characters. We constantly evolve and change. Like if you watch any character in a show, they constantly go through things. Like we are the equivalent of that. Only I don't think we often give ourselves enough credit for just how much of a director we are and a script writer within our life, right? But this energy, and as within the vision kind of moved, there was the presence, and behind her, sort of to her left, there was this presence of this very strong, beautiful, very masculine energy guide. And so I kind of didn't think anything of it, other than like it was awesome and it was great. So this client went off. And then in another session, we weren't even doing anything kind of similar, but this sense of there was, oh, it was, yeah, it was another session. And it was this like new energy coming in. It was like, hmm. And then when we sat with it and welcome, she had a vision and it was this newness coming in. And it was like, and then when I've sat and meditated on it later on this week, can we imagine? And this was what's really come through so strong for us. There are new guides, spirit guides, that are going to be available to quite a lot of us. Now, when we are born, we tend to carry throughout our entire life. They say, sort of on average, between like 1 to 3 spirit guides or guides, whatever you want to see it. Some people see it as like their well ancestors. They might see it as loved ones. I know a loved one is one of my spirit guides, but obviously they didn't come onto my spirit team until 2014. So, but 1 to 3 guides tend to be with us throughout our entire life. And then, depending on what we're going through, different guides, some say different angels are called upon. And as we're just go through our life and we're slowly awakening, it's like there are guides that come in during different times. And once they have supported, guided, protected, overseen, gifted, sometimes they can support in awakenings and embodying our gifts, or releasing is another big one. Once they are done, it isn't this like sayonara, ha, and then this big, it's just their energy. Remember their frequency. It just is. It's just done. So what I have felt so clearly, and then when I meditated on it and then saw this 12 wish ritual, I was like, this is going to be sort of the beginning of bringing these two energies together. So if you're like, I thought I was joining, and if this is your first time joining me, then open mind, open heart, childlike curiosity. That's like my caveat for everything that we do, right? But lean into that feeling. Imagine as we're coming into this year one, that is a closing of 9 years, a 9 year cycle. And I recommended this in the last Going Rogue. If you haven't yet caught up, I so suggest it over the festive season, honestly. And I trust those that are meant to, you just will. You'll just somehow carve out the time. You'll just do it. But that 9 years, what I shared, and I've again spoken into this, imagine if you were to draw a timeline of the last 9 years. Like, how old were you 9 years ago? Imagine the different versions of you that have been and gone and embodied, the different relationships, friendships, areas of career. Imagine the amount of money. Everyone always goes, hey, I can't make money. Money. Can you imagine the amount of money in the last 9 years that have moved through? Like, there's a lot of energy. If we see everything, whether it is love, whether it is money, whether it is relationships, career, everything is that frequency. Everything is the energy. So if we imagine how much of that ebb and flow, when we've expanded, that might feel like we're in love, or money's flowing, or careers felt good, and then we've experienced a contraction. Imagine what you've been through over those 9 years. And if you are open to it, now imagine the guidance. Imagine the protection. Imagine the nudges, the whispers, the often, and I've spoke about this a lot, soul fire, going rogue. Imagine the amount of times when you've put down that download or your heart or your gut just down to a random thought. You just thought it was a coincidence over those 9 years. That was just a coincidence. Oh God, it's really weird. It's like I just knew that was going to happen. I knew that person was going to do this. Oh, I knew that. Oh, I was thinking about you and I was bumped into you at Tesco's. I was literally thinking about. Imagine there's a film. I remember watching it. I don't remember how the film goes, but I remember it impacting me, as weird as that sounds, when I was younger, called The Butterfly Effect. And it like blowing my mind how, and I think about this all the time, how every single decision creates this web of where someone is there and then we interlock. I now, over my last God knows how long journey, I'm looking up at my picture of Karen. I now truly believe that they are there, whether we realize it or not, whether we welcome it in or not. And there is something to be said when we do begin to recognize. And I know some people really love, especially our human side. We have the human, we have the higher, right? The human self, and we have the more soul self, the higher self. I like to kind of differentiate between those two, the way that we perceive ourselves, the way that we perceive the world. And if we were to imagine that as you've been moving through your life and setting goals, intentions, every single, imagine the last 9 winter solstices, those versions of you and the different guides that may have been there, the different presence of loved ones. Now, over the last 10 years of doing this work, the amount of times I have heard, I know I can say this to you, or I know you won't think I'm crazy, right? And I know there was going to be so many on here that's like, I too am that person for so many people. It is an absolute blessing because you get to hear what I call the things that our human self often thinks are beyond belief. And it isn't until we begin to surrender, begin to allow, begin to recognize that if there is a web of intelligence underneath us, we're going to connect to this because it's such a potent part of our winter solstice. The rooting in. Imagine what's happening underground right now in preparation, in surrender. And we're just like doing our Christmas shopping and doing this. And it's like that's all happening under there, that infinite intelligence, energy, life force energy, shedding, getting ready for the new season, slow but not rushed, just slowly as it is. And we're here on the physical realm. And then we've got the energetic realm, right? Now, when we begin to really work with those, this is why, and honestly, I was an eye roller. I never got the whole multidimensional thing. I was like, I can kind of take some, but that seems a little bit too far. And since understanding more around the quantum physics and just, it just is. So I would definitely recommend if it still feels quite new or a bit clunky, have a research if this is landing with you. But there is so much more available, so much that we pass off, right? But somewhere deep down, we know. I truly believe that a part of this experience on earth in this physical body, with the name that you have, with the life that you have, and the experiences that you have, a huge part of this life is to remember moments like this when we're like, God, yeah, there are a lot of synchronicities. Maybe, or yeah, there is more available to me. Health, happiness, whatever that is. And this is where we're going to be. So I'm going to guide us to just kind of call in, if you will, our guides and invite if there are a new spirit guide or spirit guides for this next 9 year cycle or for this whatever. I'm going to keep it quite open. So we're going to come into that shortly and then into the 12 wishes. So just to kind of overview on that, this is where we're going to take our time and write down those 12 desires, 12 intentions, 12 wishes, and fold them up so we can't see them. And then every day between now and either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, depending on when you do your first one, we're going to choose one. We don't open and read. And what I adore about this ritual is our human self is kind of going to want to be like, always guarantee it. It's like the inner child part of us will just be so tempted to try to take a peek. It's also the controlling part of us. It's the am I doing it right part. But this is such an opportunity before going into 2026 to practice surrender, to practice ritualizing something so simple, so symbolic, remembering that key word, remembering, because let's be honest, the next 12 days, there's no doubt going to be things going on. It's, oh, I'm going to choose a wish and I'm going to release it. However you get rid, you might want to put it in water. I'm personally going to burn it and enjoy doing that. And co-creating, letting go, an opportunity to trust that every single wish that you have released, we're letting go. And we're going to co-create energetically and surrender. And then that last one, the one that you're left with, is the one that we can focus on, the one that we can create almost like a soul-led dedication to. Because let's be honest, and I'm the first, I'm running a vision board workshop. We've got all the manifestation things coming up in January, February. But this is so divine. And it works with the frequency, it works with the energy, it works with allowing yourself, like as a child, make a wish. We somehow lose that magic. So we're really going to be reclaiming it. So I'm really excited. Okay, so I'm going to sort of just give you a moment or two, if you haven't already, to just kind of clear your space. Maybe if you have a crystal, Scully, if we've got a crystal or anything that you want to draw closer to you, then do feel free to just kind of create your space in a way that feels aligned to you. If your phone is on loud, I'm going to suggest that you pop it on silent. And then we're going to come into the meditation. This is the Kintsugi bowl that we did at the retreat, if anyone's on. I was like, this is perfect. Beautiful, not broken. Okay, we're set up. Right. I'm going to record this as a raw audio as well. Then if you really enjoy it and for whatever reason you wish to replay it, then you always can drop me a little message and I'll send it to you. Okay, so just taking the next 5 breaths, no rush, 5 breaths to get yourself comfortable, get yourself in a seated or laid position. A weird thing that I found myself sort of saying also recently is if you are very used to listening to my voice, if you've been a part of the memberships or you listen to my audios or meditations, I'm actually going to suggest that you stay sat up because a lot of people's subconscious mind is very used to my voice, in particular at bedtime. So people fall asleep really quick. So if you are used to it, I'm going to suggest that you stay sat up. There we go. Okay, and if you want any gentle music on in the background, do feel free to. Otherwise, you can begin to get yourself comfortable and just bringing your focus, your attention to your breath. In through the nose and a long exhale out through your mouth. Good. And again, just taking a moment to really soften in to where you are, whether that is seated, laid, but just really surrendering into this space. Surrendering into this time-space reality. Bringing your attention, your awareness now from outside of you to inside of you. Your breath, the expansion, the ebb, the flow of your breath. moving that life force energy through up and down your body, your heart beating, connecting to that rhythm, that drum beat that has been with you from day one. Your entire body, your entire being, everything that you've been through, moved through, those moments when you questioned, how do I even do this? Can I do this? It's too painful, too hard, too much pressure. Yet you're here. You made it through. And you no doubt came through stronger, more defined, more stripped back, more you. And any parts that may feel fragmented as you journey, really trust that a part of your journey might be recalling those parts of you, reclaiming those parts of you, and allowing yourself to grow into that next version of you, the truth of who you are. So just letting the outside world almost like it's fading away. There's just you, the sound of my voice, your breath, your soul self, the energy around you, and we're going to really connect deeper into that. So bringing your awareness, your attention down to your legs and down to the soles of your feet. And whenever you are ready, I invite you to take a deep breath in through the nose, an expansive breath. And as you exhale, use your mind's eye or your knowing that your energetic roots are coming out through the soles of your feet. Stay with the ebb and flow of your breath. And those roots are beginning to bury deep into the earth, flowing down and beneath you, moving through the earth, firstly towards a glowing point, almost like a light, around 12 inches beneath your feet. Your Earth Star Chakra, your anchor point, your energetic earth connection. And from the soles of your feet, imagine that your roots are penetrating through, connecting with that Earth Star Chakra energy. Your soles like grounding. And your roots continue now to move down with more of that energy, more of your light. And your roots don't only move down, they spread out far and wide. And with every breath, you're rooting into a deeper sense of belonging. This word, it's been coming through so much as we come towards the end of this year, heading into the new year, belonging. You belong just as you are. You are a part of this evolution. You are a part of the cycle, a part of everything. And those roots continue down towards the core of the earth. And as your roots connect, you really feel that deep sense of belonging. That deep sense like you're meant to be here, like you're being held in this moment. And just allowing your roots to head now down towards the core of the earth. Your roots are wrapping themselves around. like you're being anchored in. Just breathe here, being held by Mother Earth. Feel her presence beneath you, that ancient wisdom beneath you. And this energy has no judgment. She welcomes everything. Everything that you're here to surrender, release, everything that you're here to allow your heart, your mind, your soul to wish. And on these next breaths, I'm going to invite you to take 10 long breaths. And as you breathe with every exhale, I urge you to bring to your mind or your knowing of things that you are ready to release down into the earth. These might be things that you've been carrying with you energetically. These might be habits, thought forms, identities about yourself, old, outdated beliefs that you've begun to recognize aren't serving you, people, places. Just breathe and allow what wants to surface without force. On the exhale, imagine that you're just releasing that, almost like it's coming off your shoulders. If that feels good, down the roots and down, surrendering, surrendering down to Mother Earth. She is allowing to take this from you. And I'm just going to be quiet for these 10 breaths now. Letting it drain out of your body, out of your energy, your nervous system, your psyche. And you don't need to attach any meaning to it. If you feel associated with anything, feels triggering, just breathe. You don't even need to bring words to it, just any energy, any emotion. If it feels like it's ready to let go, surrender on the out breath. Mother Earth knows how to receive this. She will transmute it. And notice every breath, how you may begin to feel lighter, almost like more ease, more space. And once that feels complete for you, I invite you to begin to draw Mother Earth's energy up, transmuted the energy, and you're drawing that wholeness up. The energy that lays beneath us under this winter solstice, that infinite intelligence, healing on a cellular, electrical level. So much intelligence beneath us. All the way up through your roots, up through your Earth Star Chakra, entering in through the soles of your feet, traveling up through your legs, your body, until the energy lands, arrives in your heart space. feel or see, sense your heart beginning to glow now. Every breath, that glow is getting brighter, igniting more of your inner light. Even in times when your light has felt dimmed, or you've questioned, or it's even felt extinguished at times, may you breathe and allow your light to begin to grow brighter and brighter. And how symbolic that under the solstice night, you are brightening your light. Feel it soften, feel it expand, beginning to feel your whole chest, your whole body. Maybe your light is beginning to expand outside of yourself. You might even begin to breathe with more intention now. Expand and allow, expand and allow. Filling your whole room, if that feels good, with your light. No one can take this away from you, for it is yours, but it's also not an object. It is your light. It is your energy. It is yours to expand. It is yours to protect. It is yours to contract if you wish, to nurture, to grow, to strengthen, to honor. Now imagine as you are aglow that you are standing in an open, sacred space. And this might be, let's just see where your mind's eye or your sense takes you. It might be somewhere familiar that you've been before, maybe somewhere outdoors, expansive. And it's dusk, there's like a twilight energy in the air. The stars are beginning to appear. And you notice ahead of you that there is a path. And this path is lit by beautiful little lanterns either side of the path, winding. It feels enchanting, divine. And you begin to walk down the path. Every step you feel grounded, you are safe. And as you walk, notice how calm your body feels, how present. There's a sense of feeling supported and like you are exactly where you are meant to be right now. And ahead of you, as you see the path unfolding, you see a glowing light in the distance, heading down the path towards you. It's a soft, very welcoming light. And from this light, you sense a presence that you can only describe as unconditional love, safety, expansion, very welcoming. And this light begins to move closer towards you. Notice if there is one light or maybe multiple. Notice if they are like orbs or more like light beings. Maybe it feels more of an energy, a frequency. Maybe you can even make out a silhouette or features. And we're not here to force, we're not here to push. This is allow, allow, allow. And this light or these lights represent your guides, your support, your spirit team, the energy that walks with you, whether you have words or a visual for it or not. And remember, you don't need faces and to hear particular messages necessarily. Just simply notice as that light begins to draw closer. It's almost like your light is attracting them and their light is attracting you. It's like there's a bridge of energy between you. And notice how your body, how your energy responds. Is there a sense of peace? And notice if there is a sense of familiarity or maybe newness. And you may either allow these words to move through you or repeat after me. I welcome the guidance and support that is with me now. I welcome the loving guidance and support that is available to me now. And if this feels good to you, you may even wish to give a gentle invitation. I welcome any new guides, energies, or support in the form of loved ones, ascended masters, light beings, angels, to step forward in this next season and cycle of my life. And allow yourself to be, bask in this moment. And should you be in an open space right now and you don't sense a particular presence, that's okay. Just surrender the fact that you are here. They are with you. We may just be trying to put meaning on it. Give yourself compassion. And if you are feeling connected, just bask in this energy, in this deep knowing beyond knowing. And should there be a message, we invite that in, of course, in any form. And really trust that you are being met at the level that you are ready for. And we will just release any meanings, but any, whether it is light, colors, symbols, sounds, maybe a sentence or a word, something that comes through. If there is, we breathe, we allow, we will hold that. And just ground here. That feeling of being lit from within, your heart expanded, your roots intertwined with Mother Earth's sacred energy. And the energies that be surround you now. Let this be your reminder that you can never be lost. Sometimes we experience that feeling of feeling lost. You are never lost. And should you experience that, know that you can come back to this point. You can root, you can call in, you can reconnect. And right now you are standing at the return of the light. both as we enter into the energy of the new year, into the cycle of the year nine, closing, welcoming in that year one energy. And from this place here, this is where we're going to begin to co-create, where we can invite a deeper sense of trust from within yourself. Trust the part of you that is listening right now. Something called you. There was a sense, there was a knowing. May you carry that with you, and in moments where you forget, may you remember to remember. And I invite you here to take a couple more breaths. You might even wish to have a little stretch, wiggle your fingers, your toes, and remember that no matter what, you are held, you are supported, you are enough, you belong, you belong, be long. And it might not always feel like it, but you are ready for what's next. We are never given anything more than what we can hold. Trust that all that is ready for you, that you desire, your wishes, they're yours for a reason. So whenever you are ready, just take a few breaths, beginning to come back into your surroundings, maybe having a little stretch here. Keeping that light within you, that light around you. I often say that your guides, it's like they're in the room next door. If you shout someone in the room next door, that's how far away they are. They're always with you. Whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, just take a couple of minutes here. I'm just going to save the recording. And if there's anything that you wish to write down, do feel free to. Okay. So again, just pen to paper if that feels good, especially if something came through, or, and I'm also going to say the emphasis, if something didn't come through, that's okay. Maybe you just need it if you're like, I fell asleep. This is why I record these things now. Maybe it was exactly what you were meant to see, feel, and just get curious. This is all about open mind, open heart, childlike curiosity. Laura, wow, also tears flowing. Joe, that was so, oh, I'm so happy to hear this. Oh, I'm so happy to hear this. I feel like this is just the natural energy that we're going to begin to come into writing our wishes. And I know sometimes when it comes to manifestation and making wishes and intentions, that, like anything, we're often conditioned for it to be a certain way. Am I getting this right? With a little fear of what if. I want you to trust. You've got your spirit team around you, whether you connected on a visual or a sensory level then or not. They will be so thrilled that you are doing this tonight. So thrilled. Spirit guide, the energy has been very, very strong. So really trust in that. 12 wishes. It could be for yourself. It could be for anything, anyone. There's no right or wrong. It's okay if it is material. Don't worry. Just let it be. Let your pen flow. And I am actually going to invite you to put some music on. I have muted everyone. Music for me is like a big part of my ritual space. So I might even, because I'm also going to do this, remember? So I'm like, I am going to do this as well. Sometimes I just guide this and I sort of sit here and I'm like letting through whatever wants to come through, but I am also going to do mine with you. So I'm going to mute myself, but let's keep the chat going. If you want to share what your wishes are, if you're just feeling good, you have a little bask in the energy, and then however long I'm gonna unmute, I'll keep sort of checking in and then we will do a little closing down. So I am going to recommend that you stay to the end. It would be wonderful. But let's give ourselves 10 minutes here or however long, a good few songs. So I'm going to mute myself and put my music on too. And let's head over to the chat. Okay. And if anyone has any questions, do feel free to ask. I'm not going to answer. Chris, I met a pagan medicine woman ancestor. My new guide. I love this so much. Thank you for sharing that. It brings tears to my eyes. Okay, let's go in. I hit the record button instead of mute. There we go. God, you can't keep me quiet, can you? Just as a little, if anyone does love the music, what I love doing, and I do this in my circles, and if clients want to, I always offer this more so recently, is I will ask Spirit to DJ for me. And I kid you not, it is the most beautiful thing. And every single time the music that comes through it's like if the universe was AI, it's hearing us, right? Like that's the kind of energy. So if you go onto Spotify, I think I've got a few playlists actually, but the one that I'm about to use is called Woman Circle Healing. Woman Circle Healing. And it's 3 hours, 31 minutes. And what I do is I put shuffle on, I call in my guides, and I would literally just say, Spirit, I hand it over to you. I'm going to let Spirit DJ. And then I hit go. And then whatever music comes on, even if sometimes it's like tribal or whatever's meant to come through, I've had some monumental moments doing this. If that resonates, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Remember, this is no rush at all. I've just done mine, but I was like, if you are still moving through yours, honor it. Absolutely honor it. Um, Pop a little I'm done in the comments when you are, just so I can get a rough gauge. But like I say, I'm about to start cutting mine up. You might want to fold, rip. If you do need to go, obviously do. But yeah, just so I can just gauge a little bit. I'll mute myself again as well. I snip. Oh, amazing. Okay, so quite a few are done. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. So, something that I often recommend, I'm trying to think where I learned this. It was way before Reiki, but I remember remembering it when I was doing my Reiki. But if you are ever, yeah, I can't remember where, but I've just, yeah. If you are ever writing something down, I think I might have actually made this up the more I think about it. So let's say you've written something down. If you are releasing it, I've always thought about folding it away and you fold it away from you. If you're ever doing something like throwing it into a fire or something like that, I always do fold away from your heart, right? If you are calling it in, I've always folded towards my heart, like I'm capturing the energy. Fold it again, fold it again. So you're sort of folding it towards yourself. This is just my random little things. So once you've done this, whether you've cut, rip, however that looks like to you, what I would be suggesting is you pop it into a bowl. You don't need a crystal in it. Could just be any bowl. Pop it into a bowl and just give yourself a moment. Just write them all down and like twirl it all around and just keep it somewhere where no little hands or anything's gonna get in it. And every day you can head to it at whatever time feels best for you. Remember, this is something that you are doing for you. You are doing something for your human self, your higher self. And I will also say, do not kick yourself. If it's a bit like your advent calendar. If you do miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. Full permission slip to just do two the next day, right? You've not ruined it. We can absolutely catastrophize and kick ourselves and all sorts, can't we? Oh, are you ready today somewhere? I love that. The folding towards or the folding away. I mean, it makes sense. It's not like I don't think that would be a Nobel Prize kind of thing, but that's good. So once you are pulling it out, remember you might want to tear, release, burn it. And something that I'm going to invite you to do in the Awaken the Warrior group is if there is a moment where, I don't know, you've felt something, you may have connected with your spirit guide, or you have a picture of whatever, please do feel free. I love the fact that we have that community space. It has been alive for years. So feel free to post in there if you've got a picture or something from this evening. Feel free to tag me in it. It's always just beautiful to see. Um, and then either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, we should be left with one. And that is the one that you're going to open. And that is the one that we're going to carry forward with our intention to breathe life into. Yeah, I think I might. And if you, because it can be quite vulnerable, I've written down some like pretty big wishes, intentions, and all sorts. Feel free, if it feels good to, you can always share it. Yeah. Okay. Ah, I absolutely loved sharing this space with you. Thank you for for bringing your light, your love, your energy. And one sec, we have Christmas. We have Christmas so soon. Something else that I'm actually going to be sharing with you, but I haven't yet, is on Monday, the 5th of Jan. lots of you joined last year. If I remember, there was like 50 of us or something in it. I ran something called Your One Word. Your One Word. We're going to be deepening even more so into the spirit guide energy and calling upon that your one word ready for 2026. So this is a little bit different. There might be a little bit of a crossover in terms of calling in the spirit guide, but then we're really going to, there's something that's come through not long ago with this golden thread light. And I'm going to guide you through a very, very powerful, what I call channeling ritual. And you might have a preloaded connotation to the word channel, but we are a channel, right? So I'm going to be guiding you through that on the 5th. That is Monday the 5th, 8 p.m., similar time. It'll be like an hour 15. Laura, it was believe. It is believe. Oh my gosh, talk about potency and where you are now. If anyone was on it, I'd love to know like what your word is. But I'm doing it for £11.11 because I don't know about anyone else, but if I ever buy anything angel number wise, when you see it in your bank statements, it just so I'm doing it super like low cost. It'll be another similar gathering like tonight. But yeah, I'm going to be guiding us through a gorgeous channeling exercise and a bit more of a share as well. So I am going to open up the space if anyone wants to speak, any guidance, anything like that, little celebrations as well. Oh my gosh, have the most amazing Christmas, the most gorgeous Christmas and New Year. And I'll pop little emails and bits and bats out just as and when, because I think when everyone else winds down, that's where I'm like, ooh, all my thoughts are like, come up. So, okay, so burning these wishes, what is your thoughts on that opposed to keeping the last one? What is your thoughts on that opposed to keeping the last one? Do you mean as in like, what do we do with it? Do let me know. Personally, what I will be doing with mine is I'm like, that will be up on my whiteboard. I will have that open, dunk, dunk, and that will be written on my whiteboard. Personally, another little thing, just as we start to jib off, burn the first one tomorrow. Yes, let's do a little head count. A little head count. We got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, first one's tonight. First one is tonight. Yeah, I did work this out before, but I doubt myself and my counting. So first one is tonight, if you wish, and then that'll kind of take you into the New Year day. Um, and yeah, you can even say something to yourself. I release, I surrender, I trust in the universe as you burn yours. Like, have fun with it. Think outside the box. Go with what feels good for you. Okay. So much love. Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a lovely Christmas. Mwah. So much love. Take care. Bye, bye, bye. Oh. Ah, Nina, you might have messed that bit. I'll just quickly, hang on, let me just, there we go.